We spend so much time looking up at the stars, wondering about alien worlds. But what if I told you one of the most mysterious, unexplored places isn't in another galaxy? It's right here, on our planet, hidden under the ocean. Today, we're going to take a journey to the Mariana Trench, the deepest point on Earth. So let's just start with a number that might kind of blow your mind. 95%. That's how much of our own planet's oceans we have never, ever seen. It's this huge, dark, unknown world right in our backyard, and that's exactly where we're heading.
All right, so before we take the plunge, let's get a feel for what life is actually like down there. You'd probably think the oceans are just teeming with life everywhere you look, right? Well, the reality is pretty different.
This chart right here, it might totally flip how you think about our planet. A whopping 98% of all life mass, what scientists call biomass, is on land. That leaves just a tiny 2% for the entire ocean. How is that even possible?
Well, biomass is basically just the total weight of all living stuff, from the tiniest bacteria to giant trees. And the reason it's so lopsided is actually pretty simple when you think about it: sunlight and soil. The huge, dark, empty spaces in the deep ocean just can't compete with life on the surface. And get this, even that little 2% in the ocean isn't spread out. Nope. The vast majority of it, 90%, is all crammed together right at the top, in what's called the sunlit zone. That's where photosynthesis can still happen. So, what happens when we leave all that light behind?
Let's start our descent. As we pass that 200-meter mark, the world starts getting dark, life gets a lot more scarce, and a powerful new force starts to take over: pressure.
This depth, 332 meters, is the absolute limit for a person using scuba gear. Back in 2014, a diver named Ahmed Gabr set this record. It's a feat that no one has even tried to break since, and for one very good reason: the crushing, unbelievable pressure.
To help you picture that, the pressure he was feeling is like having a 200-ton weight sitting on top of you. I mean, even with all the special gear, every single second down there was a fight against the pure physics of the deep sea. So, we're leaving human limits way, way behind us now. We're entering a world of absolute, total darkness. And the creatures that live here, well, they look like they're from another planet. Okay, 1,000 meters down, we've just crossed into the midnight zone. There is literally zero sunlight here. And think about this. Scientists say that for human, it's genuinely more dangerous and less understood to be here than it is to travel into outer space. So you've got to be wondering, right? No sun means no plants. So what do these creatures eat? They survive on something called marine snow. It's this constant, slow-motion blizzard of organic stuff falling from the world thousands of meters above them. It's their only source of food. Now, it's not all just scavengers. Oh, no. This darkness is hiding some pretty serious predators that are built for this world. We're talking about things like the fanged viperfish, the spooky vampire squid, and if you go even deeper, down to 1,500 meters, you might find the frilled shark, a literal living fossil. Pushing much, much deeper now, down to 3,800 meters. And here, in this totally alien landscape, we find a ghost from our own world, the Titanic. It's just been resting in the crushing dark for over 100 years, a silent reminder of how powerful the deep really is. So believe it or not, we've now passed the depth of the average ocean floor. But we are not stopping. We're heading into the trenches, the parts so deep they're actually named after the mythological land of the dead. Welcome to the Hadal Zone. And yep, its name comes from Hades, the Greek underworld. That should tell you something. This is the official name for the absolute deepest trenches in the ocean, and it all starts at 6,000 meters down. You'd think it would be impossible for any complex life to exist here. I mean, it just seems like it shouldn't be possible. And yet, life finds a way. This is the Mariana snailfish. This small, almost ghostly-looking creature thrives under pressure that would crush metal. It is the deepest living fish ever found. All right, we are getting close to our final destination. We've dropped through the sunlit zone, the midnight zone, and the underworld. Now we're heading for the very, very bottom of our world, Challenger Deep. To really wrap your head around just how deep this is, try to picture this. If you could somehow pick up Mount Everest and place it inside the Mariana Trench, its peak would still be more than 2,000 meters. That's over a mile underwater. It's just insane. So what's actually at the very bottom? No sea monsters, no krakens. Just life that is simple, small, and unbelievably tough. You find these pale sea cucumbers and swarms of little shrimp-like creatures called amphipods. They've all evolved to survive pressure that's like having 50 jumbo jets stacked right on top of you. But explorers found something else down here, something that really shouldn't be here. In one of the most remote, hard-to-reach places on the entire planet, they found a plastic bag. It's just a haunting reminder that even here, at the bottom of the world, our impact can be found. So now that we've touched the bottom, let's ask a simple question. How many people have actually seen this place with their own eyes? The answer is shockingly small. This chart really puts our priorities into perspective, doesn't it? We've sent almost 700 people into space, but the number of people who have been to the deepest part of our own world? Just 27 in all of human history. And the history of these trips is incredibly short. The first one was way back in 1960, and then nothing. For 52 years, nobody went back. It wasn't until 2012 that film director James Cameron, yep, that James Cameron, made the first solo trip. And his journey really sparked a new interest, with 24 more people making the trip in just the last decade. And so our journey to the deep is complete. We've been to a place that is more alien and less visited than the surface of the moon. And it all leads back to that one final lingering question. We've seen what's at the deepest point, but what else is waiting out there, hiding in the other 95% of the ocean we've never even seen?